don't have to expose these things,
I'm sorry. Never mind. I was only kidding.
Wait, so why do you shit on Muslims?
Who said that?
I said that.
I think the philosophy is not good.
But you shit on Muslims because the theology, you don't like the theology, so you shit on Muslims.
Sorry. I should have said I shit on Islam, not Muslims, because
Okay.
Don't be Islamophobic, please. Don't be
there's no such
Islamophobic.
thing as Islamophobic.
That's fair.
No, I do think Islamophobia exists. I just don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
No, just as much as I wouldn't say you're communistic phobia or capitalistic phobia.
But you would say anti-Semitism, though.
Well, anti-Semitism refers to the actual people themselves. Just like
Nigga, there's all these things don't do. There's nothing called Islamophobia. There's nothing called anti-Semitism.
I wouldn't say there's Jewish phobia.
There's nothing called any phobia, nigga. There's nothing called homophobia. There's nothing called racism. These things are fake words, man.
Where did you pick up this N-word thing? I don't get it.
Because I like to use it because I'm a sand nigga, and so I can get away with saying anything, basically.
Right.
Where you from, Robert?
You found a loophole.
I just
amazing, El Normo, the little bitches.
But El Normo, you can use it too. Technically you are. No, you can say it too. I'm just telling you.
Thank you.
Interesting people, I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah, very. I think it's meant
How's
to be
London?
interesting and blunt. London's very shit, man.
El Normo, I'm just telling you the truth, man. If Jews are
Why is it shit?
they can say nigga.
It's very expensive, man.
Man, we're wasting damn time.
I know, but I like the vibe, though.
I guess the vibe is, it's whatever, but what's the point? It's very expensive to live.
London people are cool, though.
Of course Jews love it. It's fucking multicultural and it's
London is a
it's not
total
English.
El Normo. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
It's a Jewish shithole.
I mean, it's a Muslim shithole, but London is the worst place
That's
I've ever
why
been in
Jews
my entire life. It's the worst place I've ever been. I'm never going back to London, ever again.
It's an overpriced, dirty shithole.
I've
been there once, that's it.
I go all the time.
Horrible, man.
I like it a lot.
London?
Yeah. Our diversity is
I dig it.
Dude, like the fuck?
London is no longer an English city, even though allegedly it's the fucking
Yeah, you can go to other cities, it'll be fun. But London? Have you seen all the Muslims in West London who would smash your head with a bottle if you had
the fucking mayors of Muslim.
Who goes to West London? Why would anybody?
This is Muslim land, they tell you.
Muslim.
Yeah. You know, London is more...
I'm pretty sure from memory, they actually cancelled the Easter celebrations, but they fucking, of course, put...
Ramallah is safer for you as a Jew than London. You know that, right?
I like both, actually.
Ramallah is literally safer, I promise you.
No, it's not. I walk around London any time of the day or night.
As a Yiddish guy, you wear the whole thing. You put the piyot and you do all of that and you walk.
The whole kit.
Yeah.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, you come looking like a Yid, like a real Yiddish. Like what do you call it?
How am I gonna hide that?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the point. Like I think is like, look, dude, if you come to Jordan, okay, which 60% are Palestinians, I would even introduce you to my friends. And you can tell them you're Israeli and you're a Jew, and like it'll be fine. And in London, like I'm just telling you, man, Muslims in the West are much more radical than Muslims in the Middle East.
I think they feel marginalized.
They feel marginalized everywhere because they did develop that whole niggerhood mentality. But I'm just telling you that, like, in the West, Muslims are much more severe. It's true.
There's something to that oppressed minority mentality that you're saying. Like, no matter how you...
Jewish behavior?
You see how you just goes
what I can tell you in London,
the world tell us we are an oppressed people.
Man,
That's what they
in a week in London, I've seen shit I've never seen in the Middle East in my entire life.
That's right.
What did you see?
Like a man walking with more women walking behind him wearing niqab. I don't see niqab people where I come from. There's no niqab. That's not a thing. Like that's like Wahhabi Saudi type like. Yeah, so you see these things that's normal over there. People like where I come from, I can go to over there. We have bars. You know, if I go to a bar or if I leave a bar in Oregon,
The copy doesn't bother me. Why does it bother you?
I don't like the ninja suits. I don't like
Why?
them. I think it's.
I don't really.
Do you know the story? Okay, do you know the story of why they have?
Yeah, you have them in New York too. You don't have the rich ones, but
yeah, I think these people should be flushed down the toilet because they literally look like shit. Do you? And that's why they cover up. But do you know the story of that whole thing? How it came to be?
So other men don't desire your wife?
Yeah, but do you know how it happened? Do you know the story?
No. But I just was listening the other day, or maybe it was today, about how Arabs think that black people will sleep with they'll sleep with their wives if you leave them alone, so they leave them outside.
No, it's not about. We do believe.
I heard it out of a Palestinian person's mouth. I was listening online. They said when you buy an abed, you should buy a stick as well and leave them outside.
No, but otherwise they're gonna come. You say that? That's a troll, dude. Like I say the same shit because black people like to fuck white women like to fuck black people. But the story is there's a place called Al Manasi Field. You can Google it. Al Manasi.
Wait, you just said it wasn't true. Then you said you say the same thing, and it's true.
Yeah, but
you literally said both of those.
Yeah, but not us. They don't fuck our women. We'll chop their heads off. What are you talking about? Only the white guy is back.
Okay.
Do you think an Arab would let a black guy just come and fuck his wife? They'll literally chop his head off in the street.
Okay.
Like they do it in Europe.
I was watching an interview with the guy who interviewed Jihadi John. Do you remember this from a while ago? ISIS, remember there were these guys they called the Beatles?
I don't know.
For jihadi types.
I know Jihad John. His name is something Mwazi. He's Kuwaiti.
Yeah. They had his real name, which I don't remember at the moment.
Something Mwazi.
And Muhammad Mwazi, maybe. They murdered James Foley. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the American.
James Foley. Yeah. The American former service guy. They beheaded him on TV.
Yeah, I remember.
They tortured and beheaded him. So I was watching an interview with the guy who interviewed them. Okay. 2 of them were killed and 2 of them survived, and both of them are in federal prison in the U.S. And this was a British guy who was friends with Jim Foley, who interviewed him. That's what I was watching. And in that, for some reason, there was an insert of a Palestinian guy talking about what they call black people. Abed, yeah.
Abed means slave, but we use it to refer.
Yeah, I understand. What? And that's their normal word for black people?
No, it's not Aswad. Black is Aswad, Rajal Aswad, black man, but we usually say Abed. We don't think about it this way, though. We don't think slave, but that's what it means. Literally. But we don't really think of it this way, you see what I'm saying? So, you'll have a black man say, oh, an Abed. I am black. It means slave, but we don't use it this way, that's what I'm telling you. If you want to get to we can even say Negro, which means Zunji. That means nigger, basically. So let me tell you this, Al-Normo. You know, when I watch movies, you like movies, right? You're into Hollywood stuff. I like Hollywood.
Not Hollywood, but I'm into keep the movie idea. But I just want to mention that somebody told me that there's a black person in the Saudi royal family.
Maybe darker, but not black. No.
Yo, Randy, do you? Because I know you said that Jesus was born on the 7th of January. Do you also celebrate Good Friday?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What? Of course we celebrate Good Friday. Why?
No, I just wasn't sure if the dates were
Oh no, okay, so that's different. So every 4 years, the East and the West have the same date for Passover. Pascha, which is Easter.
Yeah, Easter.
So this year it is that fourth year, which is both the East and the West celebrated on the 20th. Regardless, normal in the movies. I when I was a kid, I watched a lot of American movies, and so when they say nigga, in the or they don't even say nigga. When they say black, this black man over there, the subtitles say Zunji, which means nigger. Literally, that's literally how they translated it. So if the movie says, "Oh look, it's that black man over there," in the subtitles it'll be, "Oh look, it's that nigger over there." I shit you not.
So, how did the Nation of Islam get the idea that somehow black folks were friendly with Islam?
Nation of Islam is not Islam. That's a heretical. Nation of Islam is as Islamic as Shabtai Tzvi is Jewish.
Well, I know. They think Elijah's a prophet.
Not just that.
Elijah Muhammad.
They literally think Allah is a black man.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're too heretical. They're something else. But yeah, a lot of Muslims are black, like not Malcolm X type of like actual Muslims, and they are black, and that's because they don't know their religion. In Islam, it's very racist to black people actually. Muhammad, I see you talking about black people. Say hello to Realist the best. So Muhammad used to use his slaves as currency, and so there's many stories that show you how much he valued black people. So,
Surely
for example,
every religion is racist to black people, just like Christianity.
On multiple different, but us Arabs, we have slaves of all kinds. So Muhammad literally valued the black slave to be half that of an Arab slave. So you get one Arab slave or two black slaves instead. And he's done that several times, showing you that he values the black man less.
Got this motherfucker blocked.
Man, eat my ass.
No, I'm saying, why I got this Dodge Mega nigga blocked?
Because he records rooms. And
Oh,
because
I'm about to
It's
go.
an admin motherfucker.
you
I'm
shouldn't
about
block
to
him.
go.
You shouldn't block him.
Go.
Just
I'll
kick him.
holler at y'all. I'm out.
No, we can kick him. Oh,
Yeah, no, that's kick him. Bring him in. Kick him in.
no, kick him.
Mother.
I mean, this is against their own laws. They're supposed to. Isn't there some like this? I don't remember this, but there's some like this that officers are supposed to. This is part of the assessment when they get onto specifically with disabilities. Like especially if you're an officer, you have to. There are things that you're supposed to do.
That's not true. You have to be trained. Not all departments are trained for that. Most departments are not trained for it.
Okay, so the crisis team. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's probably true because now that I think about it, there was a specific. Yeah, there was a specific.
B-Master bowing down to Finley? What?
He's black. Of course he would.
Capital.
She like to fight.
Capital Mr. Capital Mr. Yeah, this goes back to my earlier arguments about departments and guys like Knowledge. Like, let the police do what they want to do. Give them all the money. They kill their bad. If they kill the bad guy, the bad guy's bad.
Finley, if Knowledge was on the force, how soon before he was charged with a heinous crime
and sued, and
Let me see. The academy, get out of academy. 9 months later.
The Miami.
I don't know how long Miami is. So you do
probably 3
OJT.
weeks.
OJT another 6 months. So what are we at? 15 months. 15 months and 3 days.
Someone said that. I think I don't know. I think Finley, you may have said that that's the issue with training. Like the cops are not trained to do so. I think again the bigger issue amongst several others is that in the United States it takes like 6 months to be a cop, where most other places in the world, most other countries, it takes like more than.
It's 2 years. Yeah, it's 2 years minimum everywhere else.
Right.
2 years.
Yes, it's 2 years.
It takes 2 to 3 years.
And you need a 4-year degree in most advanced countries. You can't just have basketball. You can't have basketball credits.
Right. So our training is like tremendously low comparatively, and we have more guns than people in our country. So
that's the problem right there.
That's another issue. There's several issues. So it's aside from the racial undertone, whatever you want to call it. There's just a bunch of shit that's fucked here. I think we're.
Yo, Pops. I was in law school at the time when I was in the academy, right? And I wasn't actually the only law student in the academy. There was 2 of us.
But
right?
you did both at the same time?
Captain America.
No. I started prior to.
No, that's what's up, bro. That's some good shit.
Yeah. There was some hard stuff, but anyway.
Pause.
Pause. But there were 2 of us, right? But here's the crazy part. Throughout the entirety of training in OJT, we were constantly in our supervisor's office asking freaking questions like, this doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Moving forward.
There's a lot of stuff that we were doing that didn't make sense because the trainer was not always congruent with the laws, right? And some of the things that they train you on, like I learned that it is legal to lie to people. It is totally legal for cops to lie. Totally legal.
Yeah, while you're in training, they're like, yeah, don't worry about that. We'll get to that later. I'll help you on the
No. It's a part of training.
Jesus.
Did the supervisor ever tell you when you went up to them to ask, say, this don't make sense, this makes sense? Did he ever start his statements with, "Look here, boy"?
Man, listen. I can't repeat some of the things that were said to me in freaking training.
No!
So they cuss too much, man. They cuss entirely too much.
So I have a question for you, Mr. Finley. So, because what I remembered, yeah, you're right that they're not. It's called like the crisis intervention team or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
There was like this. Yeah, there was this special number that I had to call. I remember that. But this is my question. So officers that are not CIT, right, and they go, and they work. What is your untrained protocol for assessing people with mental health situations or or disabilities, mental disabilities?
So, and I got to be honest, I don't remember specifically about the mental health training that they give you, but in the academy, it was it wasn't that, how they kind of mention. So, for example, as a pilot, they mention mental health. They mention mental health in our training, we call it indoctrination training. In our indoctrination training, but it's 5 minutes, and the other, 17,000 hours is all on safety and flying and all that other kind of stuff. That's basically how it was in the academy. They mentioned it, just to have a point of reference, but they didn't go deep into it. But my biggest problem with the CIT officers is that, at least in my old department, it was voluntary. You didn't have to do it, and they didn't have, at least they didn't when I left. They didn't have an assigned number of officers on call at all times. So, for example, let's say the CIT volunteers all work day shift. So if you had a crisis that happened at night, there's no CIT response. There's nobody to respond. That was a problem I had with that. But then again, at the time, it was brand new, and in response to and I cannot remember that kid's name, to a kid that got killed in Milwaukee, and they had to pay out a freaking very large settlement to the family. And then the response finally was the mayor putting this in the budget, put this program into practice. But it's not mandatory anywhere in the country.
So basically, there isn't a protocol, anything that you would. So for when regular officers, if they're not trained and they show up, you don't even. I mean, isn't this a problem, guys? I mean, don't you feel this is?
You still gotta assess. You're still supposed to assess though, because even if again, and take a step back. Because you don't know that this guy is having a crisis. You don't know any of that. Even under normal circumstances, let's say he's not none of the things that he is, right? Let's say he's a normal dude that is coming after somebody with a police with a knife, and but the fence changes everything. The fact that there's other people there, he's not an imminent threat. You're supposed to use your gun if there's an imminent threat.
What about those shields, Finley? Couldn't they have just tackled them with a shield?
Are you talking about the riot shields?
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't normally have those unless you're going to a riot. Those things literally sit in closets for like months unless it's an actual riot. But in cases like this, you got tasers, you got pepper spray, you got mace, pepper spray, and you got batons. All of those things can be used to take down somebody with a knife. Because you can't see, you can't come after me.
They should have had a helicopter and threw a fishnet down from the helicopter.
Shut up.
Come on, guys. Think rational.
Spoken like a true...
The SWAT team should have been called.
Yeah, I just want to say,
with freaking fishnets.
I just want to say that Mr. Finley, it's like a love-hate relationship that I have right now. One, I'm really sad that you're not a cop anymore because I feel like you would have been amazing, but at the same time, I completely fucking understand why you're not.
I've invited my brother.
Okay, I just want to ask about those non-lethal weapons of choice. It seems like the police would have to get closer to the person using the knife.
Not with a knife. Of course, you want to get close to them with a baton. Come on.
Not with that freaking.
I should get within stab distance.
They were.
Why is the non-police officers talking instead of the police officer or the former police officer?
I directed towards.
Why is the former police officer getting shouted down by the
degenerate?
Shouted is not a word. Shouted is not a word.
So
I heard that. Sorry, I did hear in the background. If that's why you kept unmuting that lady being nice to you, congratulations. Go on.
So I just want to point out, I've invited my brother because he's a cop currently, and my sister, both police officers. My sister ain't gonna never come here, but I invited my brother. He's in Memphis. He's a cop. He's been in the force for more than 10 years. Come over here. It's just that we want to have these conversations because like he's still doing it. And we have this exact same mentality. But I want to point out there were 4 cops, fam. And that freaking big old can of thing of mace that you have, 4 people spraying that thing with somebody with a knife, it's going to disarm them. You can't stab what you can't see. You cannot stab what you can't see. Same thing with tasers.
But they could all taste though. You can still throw it. That's the problem. The mace. The taser, I think, would be the best option.
That's absolute. That's fair. That's fair.
Yo,
but I want to point out.
I told you that one scenario
let me be racist for a second. Louis. Before you say what you're gonna say. But to be fair, he was Latino, so the mace he would have probably thought was seasoned.
Oh. Wait. I thought he was black this whole time. All right, you know what? I'm on knowledge's side. Now that I hear he's a Latino.
Okay, practical question. So I think someone put in the chat, I will paste the article again, but someone put in the chat that it was a distance of the... Oh, my God. Okay, so someone put in the chat that it was a distance of about 21 feet. How far is the reach, practical question, of the taser? Because they use the ones with the little stingers that attach. Well, sometimes they attach to the skin. Mostly they attach to the clothes and then fail to, make the target
it depends on the taser.
Less of a threat.
It depends on the taser, but a taser, you can get a good 15, 20 feet with a taser. With those
outside of taser.
And they were close.
Outside of taser.
They were close though. And again, it was 4 of them. They were behind the fence, and he got close.
If they were
pretty close.
20 feet, no. Yeah,
he was within 20 feet.
Typically, I'm just saying the report said about over 20 feet.
What did I say?
So,
Philly.
Yeah.
Just thought of something.
Typically for a taser.
Why don't we come up with a taser sniper rifle so you can get a longer distance pause and a more potent shot? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pause. I'm gonna look it up. I'm driving right now.
Yo,
I'm gonna really throw y'all a little with this one. Oh, go ahead.
The situation that I saw, that I was talking about before, where the guy had a knife
I feel like I need to go find that video. But he was wilding, bro, and they hit him with the taser, bro. And it didn't, like, he still kind of powered through the taser.
Oh man,
but it was enough to knock him off his balance to where they could rush him. And like they rushed him when he was down and like knocked the knife out and everything. So like I don't know, like I feel like there should be like some incremental like escalation. Like, all right, hit him with the taser, that don't work, he's still coming at us. Then I think maybe like lethal force, is like kind of necessary. Like if he's not stopping, but I feel like you pick like the least lethal way to like get a hold of the situation first, and then escalate from there when need be. But
Yo, Louis, that's why you come in numbers, fam. That's the whole reason you come in numbers, right? That's why you come in numbers.
Reckless out here.
That's why you arrive at numbers, fam. That's the whole point. And they never freaking really engaged this dude. There was never a drop that weapon or nothing. 11 seconds is not enough time to assess the situation and make a response. That's not enough freaking time.
But to be fair, these aren't detectives, of crime. These are niggas who say bang bang, shoot them up, get in the car. I don't know.
I mean, that's a fair point, fam.
I can't tell who was speaking, but they were in the...
Alfred was in the Matrix. Mr. Finley was saying that's a fair point, fam.
You know what's the worst part about this with like people like knowledge?
It's still the Matrix.
The worst part about it is with people like knowledge is like when it hits their doorstep, then they might have a little bit more empathy and sympathy, whatever you want to call it. And it's like sad that he can't just imagine it hitting his doorstep so he doesn't hold to these really bad positions. It's not like Trump was the shooter, right? If Trump was the shooter, then I'd understand. And it's not like all police are now in peril of losing their jobs, right? So there's really nothing on the line but for that one person or those two people, or whatever the case is, in that city. But yet niggas feel the need to like hold water for them. Wow, it's crazy, bro.
It's a class thing, Concrete. When Knowledge sees the police, it's Mr. Knowledge. Good morning, top of the morning to you. You know what I'm saying?
Senior Knowledge.
That was. When he gets pulled over for driving while brown, and they snatch him out of there, and don't care about nothing, he gonna change his.
Wait. You know what's funny? I've actually got pulled over on this app. Well, it's not on Discord. I got pulled over on Discord, and for those who were there, I'm the same person. I'm the I don't answer questions guy. I put a driver's license right there on the window, and that's it. I don't answer questions, nothing else. And I did it on live while I got pulled over. So I'm just saying, I keep it a buck.
When you run into the right one, yo, Tony.
I have always, since I was a teenager, been the same. I don't answer questions guy. I used to be one of those first audit guys. I was heavy on that. I've never changed my position.
You're not addressing his point. He said when you meet the right one.
You're a 1A auditor?
Yeah.
You're a bullshit. You got videos out?
I can tell you some. Yeah.
Yo, you fuck with Audit the Audit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaking started. Wait, he messed with all this art. Yeah, he's freaking started with the police.
What's the chances Knowledge has a police union badge on his license plate? I support the police, and so that when he gets pulled over and he plays those shenanigans, he can still be like, "I'm with you guys. I'm following you guys."
Gustavo definitely has that weird ass blue American flag. He definitely has that weird ass blue American flag.
I don't get it.
I never seen that one before.
I'm the only one here against.
You never seen the police American flag that they butchered up?
To answer your question, I think it does have a softening effect. If you're not black.
Yo, I can almost get. Oh, my bad.
No, it's all good. I just fucking, cause I'd buy that shit. You know, if it fucking, not that I have too much to worry about, but I just think it's a waste. I think they're gonna do whatever they want to do, no matter what.
Bro, yo, I can almost. I was gonna say, yo, I can almost guarantee that when you look at like the police fundraisers, Knowledge's name is in the chairman's club, fam. I'm almost guaranteed.
That's from being top tier donator.
But would you blame it, Mr. Finley? Would you, like, if that's a way to, like, kind of get out of certain things, or, you know, like, wouldn't you do that?
Mike, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not a way to get out, because again, when you I'll give him this grace. When you're in a certain income bracket, like, you do tend to have different interactions with the police, like, typically. However, when you're a certain color, all you need is the right one. They don't give a goddamn. I told you, I got pulled over as a cop.
I hear you on that, and I agree with you. I hear you. But that's why I asked Concrete, do you think it works? So let me ask you this, as a former police officer. If you have, like, I support the union or whatever, some type of badge to where it shows that you've given money to some, or contribution to some type of, like, law enforcement agency, does that, like, have a positive effect if you're, like, pulled over or speeding or some shit like that?
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It has in my end.
It does.
I mean, and I'm not even a contributor. Well, here's the thing.
Mr.
Well, I'm telling you.
The former police officer.
Let me contribute. Let me contribute. I hear what you're saying. Yada yada yada. I have members of service in my family. I carry a badge, and I also. So I'm trying to overtalk you, and I'm not going to continue this banter, but of course it does. It depends. It's all scenario based. It's all scenario based.
Oh, wait, Pop. And different questions. I think you're answering a different question. You're talking about a badge. The question I heard was about charity. If you donate to specific charities, do you have any type of weight? And my experience is no.
Yeah, I carry a badge. I have a small badge from members of service in my family. But you didn't say badge, right? You're right. But I'm saying, like, you guys, so at Finley, you don't carry something to like a PBA card or something similar?
No, I'm not in any of the associations. No.
So you don't carry anything showing that you're affiliated?
I'm not affiliated anymore. I'm related to a bunch of cops, but I'm not affiliated anymore. But you know what? But you know what I carry with me though now? That law degree and my former bar cards. That's all I need. And I speak their language.
And that thing between your ears, right? So that probably works best.
Yeah, and I speak their language.
Pause! What the fuck is that between your... What the fuck?
Between his ears, his intellect, his law degree.
Dang. I keep the thing in my ear.
But to reiterate, or to re-answer Mike's question, the donation piece, it don't help.
Okay, I didn't think it did either. Like, that's why I would never waste my money on it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If I did find that it was effective, or what about those fucking things that like detect radars and shit? Remember those shit I used to beep in the car? You guys ever have one of those?
Oh, the radar detectors. The radar detector.
I got so many mixed responses from police officers. Some of them, they say it's illegal to have that. You can't have that in your car. Some of them don't really care about it. A lot of times it doesn't really work because sometimes the officers have the vehicle off, or I don't know what makes it beep. A lot of times they wouldn't have it on. So yeah, I don't know. There's mixed feelings about it.
I thought the departments were sued in that people. I think under the First Amendment they were allowed to have those things.
I hope so.
They don't even work.
I think so.
I'm talking about back in
I don't know that they work.
09. Back in 09, I had one.
Or did you guys ever see fucking Mythbusters where like they covered the license plate or some shit, or they put like mirrors on to see if it fucking fuck with the speed detector, the radar?
No, I didn't watch that episode.
Yeah, nothing worked.
Does anything work on Mythbusters? Do they ever not debunk something?
I remember when.
You know what they didn't want? You know what they didn't want to fuck with? They didn't want to fuck with political shit because I wanted to see them try to debunk the 9/11 fucking conspiracy thing, but they wouldn't do it.
Okay, I do want to throw to B Master. I know she loves the all cops are bad argument, and she's more than free, and y'all can argue about it.
Why would you do that to us?
But But first I want to say Mythbusters. The one episode where they were not able to debunk is where people say that if you have your windows down, like on the highway, that you burn more gas. That is false, per Mythbusters. Anywho, B-Master, go off.
That was an easy one. Fine.
Nice.
Well, I never even heard about that one. If you have your windows down, you burn less gas. That's a real one.
That's what I'm saying. They debunk everything.
You burn more gas. You burn more gas.
Yeah, that makes sense. You would drag.
Yeah, it'll be more drag. It's a weird one.
I think it was that versus AC though, or some shit like that.
It was burning gas with your windows down versus running your AC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's more interesting. All right.
Girl, you know what? I have these conversations anyway. You know what? Let me go on mute. B-Master, are you gonna go?
Yeah, mute your fucking mic.
I hope not, B-Master.
Yo, take the bass out your voice.
Talking to you, B-Master.
Put extra bass in your voice without me, bro.
Oh, B-Master, you know I'm giving you a hard time, right?
I'm drinking some tea right now, so I'm a little relaxed.
Yo, Louis, yesterday, there was a chick, you know how we be arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you're emotionally invested in this. And she goes, I'm not emotionally invested. I'm drinking some tea at the Mandarin. What does that have to do with anything? How does that mean you're not emotionally invested? And then I realized she was letting me know what she was doing and what she was drinking because she wanted me to be over there thinking
I'm dying. It was on this day?
Nah, it was in Lou Fac's room. And she was a light-skinned attorney. And I said, oh, no.
Yeah, you should have deleted that conversation.
No! She invited, I said, what restaurants do you like at the Mandarin? And she said, oh, I just went to some La something. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I said, what I feel? She said, oh, yeah, follow my IG. I'm taking pictures. Or I went out a lot. And I was like, oh, shit.
But IG is like the modern day cell phone. Like, no one gives, like, niggas for, like, IG.
Yo, Concrete, the red flag was the attorney, right? And then like the red, like it's not a red flag. Once you said light skin plus attorney, that's like fire alarm, fam.
She said she does legislative law.
That makes it worse.
Come on, Finley, don't fuck with my dreams.
No, it doesn't.
So not only does she have a law degree, not only is she a pager, though she has access to power. That just makes it worse.
How tall she was like, that's random. I was like, no, it's not.
She was a little stallion? What were we talking?
She didn't respond about it, and that gives me short lady vibe. I said it was too. My question was random, so I feel like maybe that's short lady vibe.
She's not short, she's average.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
What's her name? Or what does it start with?
Oh my God. No, answer the first question
What
first.
letter does it start
Now the whole name.
I know it is because she lives in the same city as me.
What letter does it start with?
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember, but I know who you're talking about. She lives in the same city as me.
For the record, if I was a police officer and I saw Lloyd even jaywalking, my PTR would be an understatement.
Yo, are you? I'm not gonna dox her, but are you in the state of Texas by chance?
Yeah,
the young lady, not you, Concrete. The young lady.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking.
Yeah. See, you know that I know that we know that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about, and I think she's pretty attractive actually.
She is attractive.
Interesting.
And she does a lot of public work.
Yeah, I gotta walk everything I said back.
Do you remember the initial? Do you remember the initial?
I don't remember the initial. I'm terrible with freaking names, but I think I know what you're talking about. But I'm pretty sure I'm friends with her on here. I know because I know she's in Texas. I won't say the city, but I do know she's attractive. And I gotta if it's who I'm thinking about, I gotta walk back everything I said.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's an amazing woman.
She is pretty. Yeah, she's pretty freaking down to earth.
A lot of public work.
She's pretty freaking down.
She's always for the community, and she's like the type of person that if you need help with anything, you reach out to her, and she's like, "I got you."
Is she American?
Yes. She's American.
But I will be honest. I was always wondering, like, because I always wonder when women are pretty and accomplished and seem to have a decent attitude. My first question is, why are you single?
Oh, there's a lot of reasons. There's definitely a lot of reasons.
None of them any good though. But try. Go ahead. I want to hear the good ones if you got.
Well, I mean, I don't know what would be considered good or bad, but
Ones that are accepted by men.
a lot of things aren't accepted by men. Like,
go ahead, try. Just go ahead, try.
Can I give a
I can help answer. I can help answer that. As like,
don't let her cheat. Don't let her cheat. Yeah,
I use control as a technique. I'm good at this.
Go, let her answer.
Like, number one, she more than likely does not actually have genuine time to date.
Men don't accept that.
No.
Men don't accept that answer.
Can I get my answer?
I don't even have
Everybody wants to fuck.
Yeah, I don't even have to confer with the dudes.
I'm too busy to bad. I'm too busy to bad answer.
We do not accept that.
Yeah, that's a terrible answer.
Hold on. There's a difference between fucking and actually dating.
Not really.
But that also goes into the reasons as to why you're single, because you're interested in intimacy, but just not with the same person.
No.
That's the difference between fucking and dating.
No. There's a difference.
What's the difference between fucking and dating?
You know she fucking.
If not what I just described.
You know she's fucking.
Intimacy.
It's not even
with the same person. Dating is it's you and me. Fucking is that person.
Yeah. So for example, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to do this shit on this stage. Because what I'm about to say is about to put me in a fucking black hole with y'all. So, for example, after I got my divorce, I was fucking somebody for like 3 years.
That's dating.
I had to cut that shit off. No, we were fucking.
That's dating.
No, we were fucking.
You exclusively fucking each other for 3 years.
He was not exclusive.
She was probably exclusive. He was not.
He wasn't exclusive. I was. And for me personally, I don't call him or hit him up unless I need him to do it. Yeah. So, like I said, we weren't dating. Like, we didn't go out. We didn't grab coffee. We didn't go to lunch. We didn't do none of that. Like,
still sounds like dating. It sounds like dating. It just sounds like
Mario Brothers picture.
So, my whole thing was, like, for example, let's say I'm done doing some homework or I'm done, like, doing paperwork, whatever. Let's say it could be, like, midnight, and I hit him up, like, hey, you up? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can I come over? And he'd be like, yeah. I won't show up to his place till probably about 4 a.m. because I know exactly what it is. I give him between 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. and I'm gone by 10 a.m.
Damn,
that's
mad early.
So, yeah, I mean, it's early because I'm busy. I got shit to do. So the part of the reason why me and him had to end it was the last couple times I came over, he asked me to stay. And I'm like, this is not our dynamic. I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to stay the weekend. I am not trying to stay till you come back from your run. I'm going to be gone.
So it sounds like y'all was dating.
Jay-Z said,
it sounds like just bad dating, and then you broke up.
And then one day he asked you to leave a pair of pajamas in his drawer, and you were like, "Whoa, I'm not ready for that."
But Sakura's Jay-Z said, because 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. is wild. Jay-Z said you only spend 1 minute trying to dig her out, another 14 trying.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing. So I spent 3 years doing that. No commitment, no nothing. And I'm okay with that.
Do y'all still dabble? Y'all still dabble, right?
No, I had to cut him off.
Started crying?
I had to cut him off.
He started crying, baby, please?
No, he disobeyed the rules and regulations.
Bumbleclot. After 3 years of intimacy, you had boundaries?
Yeah, he disobeyed the rules and regulations.
Did he forget to tell her to leave before you got there? Is that what the...
No. So basically, number one, he wanted to start doing it without a condom.
Facts.
Hell no.
And I was like, well, if we're gonna venture into that world, then definitely you can't be fucking anybody else. And he was like, okay, he was down. And then, like a couple months later, I found out. Me and her did not know. But I found out like on my birthday that he was fucking my friend.
O.D.
And then I found out that it wasn't just me and my friend that he was fucking. He was fucking a bunch of other girls.
We call that cheating in the dating world.
And I was just like, dude, you broke the rules. If we're gonna not use condoms, you can't be out here fucking different people. And if you are, you got to notify me and get tested. He didn't want to do that. He just wanted to stick his dick in anything. So I was like, yeah, this is done. Abort mission. Period.
I don't feel it's fair to label them as putting it in anything when you were entering into a relationship that was purely based on putting it in something. Just want to throw it out there. I recognize that he violated the rules and he violated the rules of engagement. But trying to paint him as a bad guy is.
I'm not painting him as a bad guy. I'm just telling you exactly the dynamic. I had to cut it off because there's rules to no condoms.
No, that's fair. No, I'm saying that's fair. When you
say I'm gonna take the gloves off, that means, yeah.
No, again, that's fair. I didn't appreciate, as a defender of the men, the men, I just didn't appreciate the whole sticking in anything comment. I'm like, wait a minute, this what kind of what?
No, no. The thing about it is, you're fucking a bunch of other people and you're not letting me know, and you're doing it without a condom. That was the only thing that pissed me off. And made me say, I can't do this. If you
how do you know he was raw dogging them too?
May I speak? Sakira, quick question.
That was a mic drop too.
I let it breathe a little bit.
I miss Fifi.
How you doing? Hey.
Good afternoon, Miss Fifi.
Good afternoon, Holly. You say, I think at first you really didn't like him like that, because, you just tell me, because usually if you don't really want to stay or nothing like that, that means, he alright, it is what it is. But the minute it's like he had someone, and he was messing with someone else, it's like, did you get feelings then?
No, there was no feelings involved.
So, okay, so there was no nothing. You was just, it is what it is with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I saw
nothing really you can say at this point, because the thing that scares me with this is you don't know who the girls are messing with and who they're messing with.
And that's why I got upset, Ms. Phoebe. That's why I got upset about the situation, because I was like, dude.
And you were married before too, so yeah.
If we're going raw now, I don't know who you're fucking.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit here and fight you about who you're fucking and who you're not fucking. I'm not gonna do that, because that's not my place. That's not what you're in my life for.
Okay.
So I'm not building an intimate relationship with you or whatever. We know what this is between me and you. But one thing about it is we need to be safe. So if I decide, hey, fine, we can do this without a condom, then there's going to be rules.
Is he a guy with position? Like, is he, meaning is he out there? Is he?
Yes, so I did not know how out there he was until my friend told me how out there he was. Because eventually,
what is he?
He's into. What did he say? He's part of the lifestyle.
What lifestyle?
Swinging.
Oh.
So if he's out here swinging and he's comfortable not
Was
using
he married?
condom.
That's a lot going on, girl.
I thought only married people were.
Yeah, how do you swing if you're not married?
Okay, I'm laying down. I just want to say this is Concrete's fault.
Oh, what?
How?
How we were trying to save the black community, and then Concrete was talking about another waitress or something. I don't know. And go ahead, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, this shit is.
Wait. Okay, all right. That was a real question. How do you swing if you're not married?
Well, I had two questions. I asked two questions she didn't answer.
That's called
So you could still like go to swinger clubs and do all that stuff and not be married.
So Cora, are you Nigerian?
That would be like false swinging.
That's just called being a hoe.
False claim.
A swinger's life, I think you have to be married. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or in a relationship.
The implication was these are married folks who trade their like spouses. They're like married folks.
I'm pretty sure that's what a swinger is.
Yeah, I thought that was a prerequisite.
So I asked.
Not necessarily. I mean, obviously he fucks married men's wives and stuff. But what do you want to say, Mr. Femi?
That's like a cuckold.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the cucks is when the married guys like to watch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that he would have other women's wives.
I still can't. I still can't label him the bad guy here because, again, if I asked you earlier, how do you know he was raw dogging with those other women?
Because he wanted to raw dog with her.
That don't mean nothing. I practiced safe before I got married, right? Because I was terrified of kids. But women always would say, "Well, we're gonna do that," and I was like, "Hell no," right? So I know, and this is when I was moving around. So I know that they wouldn't have cared if I was raw with them and not being raw with other people. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have cared. So I want to know, other than the most obvious way that you find out that there's two ways that you find out that he's raw dogging somebody else. There's only two ways, right? How did you know? And for those that don't know, the two ways is one that you get somebody else pregnant or you bring something home to mom.
One, I knew because
you were there.
It was her friend, so
my friend noticed.
Oh, your friend told you?
Yeah.
Got it.
And they have a little bit of a closer relationship, like than me and him do. So, like,
that's fair.
So they actually hung out, and he played damn near goddaddy to her child and all that. Me and his relationship was not like that.
You said wait. I had to catch what you said. You said hung out. You said hung out. I thought you said hump. I was like, wait, what? You said hung out.
So yeah, their dynamic was more intimate than me and his. But the thing about it is, she saw traces of me, and I saw traces of her, but I didn't know.
This shit is atheism, bro.
I was just gonna say, I think I've dug too deep into this conversation. Pause. I'm gonna request a switch or change of subject.
Finley, you over here getting curious. Fuck out of here, nigga.
You have a deal, man. I'm saved now, man. I'm still curious to know how the world works, man.
I mean, trust me, you don't want to know.
I was being sarcastic. I was once in the world, very, very much so.
Well, yeah.
Not that bad, though. Not that bad.
Before this day and age.
32 years.
This day and age.
Shut up, Louis. That's how you got here.
I'm picturing Ned Flanders being like, I was once in the Wordly Nerdly.
Yeah. But yeah, back to it. Concrete, definitely, oh shit, he's on the phone.
Dewey, while I'm grateful for salvation, I guarantee you would have not recognized the old me. Except for the cussing part. No cussing part. I've never cursed.
Really, Mr. Finley?
Listen, I'm not. I don't ever want to fakely portray this goody two shoes. And I'm very open about my testimony and getting my life together.
Wait, Mr. Finley, did you watch the Mr. Reaper thing I told you about?
Watch the what?
The Reaper.
No, I never.
Reaper thing?
No, I never saw that.
I told you, season 1, there's a guy named Mr. Finley, who's a cop who doesn't curse.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I want to write that down because I'm gonna. I actually do want to see it.
I'm not saying it's a good show. I'm just saying I think that person specifically, that Mr. Finley character, is you.
I want to see it because I'm curious to see this character.
Mr.
You said it's called Mr. Reaper?
Yeah, I think it's called Reaper, just Reaper.
Reaper?
It's
Yeah.
on.
What's that?
It's on Prime on Amazon.
Prime is so garbage, by the way.
Yeah, I agree, man.
It is.
Well, I like Prime because of superhero shows. They're good.
I wish I can keep my Prime membership without having the subscription to Prime Video.
Yo, Niles, I told you about the box I got, right? Pause.
Yeah, you did.
With all the channels? Yeah.
This nigga Finley he logs off of Clubhouse and turns to his wife and says, "These motherfuckers think I don't curse still and shit, keeping it to these motherfuckers so they go." Stupid ass motherfucker.
These motherfuckers.
These motherfuckers.
Look at now trying to ride your coattail, man. That's Louis' joke, bro. What the fuck?
He can't help himself. Concrete.
Man,
He been losing today, Concrete.
Tired because of earlier.
Yo, Concrete, he been losing all day, fam. He saw that bandwagon ride by and hopped right on there.
Hop right on that motherfucker, Paul.
One pause. Okay, there you go.
Yo, Louis, did you watch Drewski on social media?
Ew.
No, I think
he's the funniest IG comedian.
He's funny, so check this out.
Yo, he's not the funniest IG comedian, bro.
No, I think he's funny.
He's not.
So wait a minute. So Louis, there's this one that he did recently in which he's doing like a kind of like a kid show, like a Dora Explorer kind of show, and they show him on camera, and then off camera he's cussing and doing drugs and all kind of stuff. Then he goes back on camera to this wholesome character. That's what I thought about when you said me getting up here and start cussing.
Oh yeah, it's just like. Yeah, that's the dark side of entertainment, the dark side of Mr. Finn.
These motherfuckers think I don't curse.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to slap a hoe?
Yo, that's one of my favorite skits by Deja.
That's what I'm picturing you, Mr. Finn. I'm picturing young Mr. Finn as a Wayne Brady, but like gone hard.
Yo,
one of my
skit ever was the nigga fan.
Pause. That was a pause. Yeah, I'm not good at the pause, but yes, that was a pause worthy.
N-I-G-G-A.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times that.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how many times that skit has been sent to me over the years from colleagues, because that's what they see.
Nah, Dave Chappelle.
I love the origination of that skit too. Was the throwaway joke about Wayne Brady is the whitest man since Bryant Gumbel, makes Bryant Gumbel look like Malcolm X. Yeah.
Yes,
that's a great line too.
And what was this Negro Damas?
I'm with my kids, so I'm not. Yeah, and
Negro
Damas.
Yeah, Negro Damas. Yeah.
The great Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney was actually a racist motherfucker, and you can feel that vitriol. Paul Mooney. He was the greatest. I saw him live. He's the GOAT. He's like one of the GOATs to me. Actually, I should probably reconsider my top 5 now. I forgot all about Paul Mooney.
Patrice O'Neal, Paul Mooney. Oh my gosh, rest in peace.
Paul Mooney was a regular at the Comedy Store in LA, and he would do late night spots when the main attractions were done, I guess. And he was like the old statesman, and he would just destroy the crowd. If you sat within the first 3 rows of the main room, and Paul Mooney was on stage, it didn't matter what you looked like, you were gonna be made fun of in the best way possible. Yeah, and Patrice too, man. Rest in peace, Black Phillip. One of the best.
Yo, Hager, one thing I never understand is why cats try to haggle comedians. This is what they do, fam. Even the worst comedians will tear you to pieces. And I watched it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, hecklers are stupid, man.
They're just drunk for the most part. They're drunk assholes who don't really understand what's going on,
I feel like they're always Karens too.
Yo, did y'all see
the
that?
shoe fits?
What's
Now, I was gonna bring up another topic. I literally just saw this. So Texas Senate passes huge bill to support require retroactive child support for conception.
No way. So it blocks it or it passes it? What did you say?
The bill just passed the Senate requiring retroactive child support from the date of conception.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
The answer is negative.
Well, you know what? I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad.
I'm trying to
dumbest. It's the dumbest bill ever.
Before I think.
No, it's not.
So the implications are that the implications is that a woman could say, a woman could not say she's pregnant with your kid, have your kid, kind of like leave you out the kid's life, and then pop up and say, hey, like, this is little you Junior, and like, by the way, he's 5 and we need 5 years of child support.
They could already do that. Yeah, they could already do that. Yeah, what I understood was they can now say, the 9 months that I was pregnant, I can charge you for that too.
Oh, the 9 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
the problem. The problem with it.
Ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous.
No, that's gonna force you to stay around.
No, it doesn't. You can't force a man to stay around. So here's the problem.
You're gonna stay the fuck around. You're gonna pay these fucking bills. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So the problem with this, the problem with the bill, is there's one bright side to it, and I'll say that at the end. The problem with this bill is that most states have what's the word I'm looking for? Punitive. I can't. My mind is freaking thinking about the wrong things right now. The states have sanctions. That's what I'm looking for. States have sanctions for guys that are, or people that are delinquent on child support, right? And the problem with that is that 9 months could trigger a threshold for you to get sanctioned for a kid because it's retroactive, right? So 9 months, you now owe, let's say it's $500 a month, you now owe $4,500. In some states, the threshold for sanctions is $500. And by sanctions, I mean suspension of professional licenses. So 9 months, they can suspend all of your licenses for a kid that was just born because of this retroactive rule. And so, no, that is not fair. The only positive that can come from that would be DNA, automatic DNA.
The worst part about that is when you do pay child support, you don't have to. The woman doesn't have to prove that she's spending it on the kid. This is like nationwide.
To be clear, child support is trash. The whole system is trash.
Wait, Texas passed this?
This is in Texas, of course.
Yeah, my biggest issue about child support is not really like an actual equivalency where every child should make this much per month. Is based upon how much the father makes. So if you look at the whole 50 Cent situation, if 50 Cent makes freaking, $2 million a month, yeah, 25% of that, easy. It goes to the kid. I don't think that makes any sense.
That's why a lot of states are changing it, knowledge, because it's not that way in Florida anymore. Minnesota, I think, was the first to do it. It's not that way in Kentucky or Arkansas anymore. Like, a lot of states are changing that. It's the dumbest.
Look how much I pay right now per month for Louis. It's almost nothing.
To be fair, he's in Pennsylvania. I don't know if there's caps in Pennsylvania.
It's a Commonwealth.
Exactly. In Pennsylvania, because knowledge was out there being wild, his wealth is.
Shout out to the room. What's good with y'all, man?
Yo, LeBron is the worst. LeBron is the worst player ever.
That's not true at all.
He's got a Barbie doll.
That's crazy. Oh man, that's great.
You seen that Laker game yesterday, Starks?
I'm just upset because I see a white guy who just does not play any defense.
Oh man,
that's crazy how you asked the question as soon as I start answering.
I'm fucking with you.
I'm fucking with you, bro. But nah, bro, Luka plays no defense, bro. He's never going to win a championship unless you put a bunch of 3-and-D shooters around him and somebody who's a rim protector and just let him take 60 shots a night. There's no way he's ever going to win a championship. So there's that.
Just a little real question. You think if LeBron in his prime played Michael in his prime, 5v5, whatever, 3v3, it don't matter. You think LeBron would have won?
Yeah.
Depends on who their team is.
I think LeBron.
No, they can choose. They can choose.
Can I give a rationale?
Yeah.
I think LeBron is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, two-way player of all time. So not only does he affect the offensive end, but the defensive end as well. I'm not like, Jordan, like, he had like his steals or whatever, but like, I don't know. I don't think Jordan's known for being this lockdown defender. But
you're not.
Yeah. So like, I'm just rocking with.
Women, ladies, you're already home. You do not have to prove yourself to no man. The man has to prove himself to you. You are God, not him. This is why the Pope, behind closed doors, he bows down to the Black Madonna, which is the black woman. I had enough of this bullshit. The truth is the truth. This is what's been hiding in the fucking dark. Whatever that is in the fucking dark shall come to the fucking light. You are the value. You are the God. You prove yourself to no man. You are already whole.
Ashley, did you want to go? Thank you, Miss Layla. Did you want to go, Ashley? You said you want to speak some. And before you go, Ashley, don't y'all think is the reason why they also tried to cover up the fact that the Statue of Liberty is a black woman? Doesn't that tell y'all something? That's supposed to be this quote-unquote liberty, but wasn't that supposed to be a black woman?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know that.
Now it's so
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. But the shackles are still around her ankles. And you go see her.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's not a her. If you look at the face, the hands, the arms, it's actually a man if you really look at it. Fuck them fake ass titties they threw on that motherfucker. Look at the face of the actual statue. That's a masculine face. There's nothing feminine about those features. The arm is masculine arm. The hand that holds the torch is a man. Look at the details. It's a man in a dress, which makes sense.
Oh, so it's supposed to be a black man. Oh shit.
No, it's supposed to be a black woman.
To be a black woman,
but
they
it's
made it
a white man
to look like a trans.
Thank you.
What she's saying.
Oh shit. Look at the face. Pull up the face, ladies, and zoom in and tell me that's a woman. Nothing about that face is a woman.
Go ahead, Ashley. I'm sorry, baby.
You're fine. Hey, you guys. I just wanted to piggyback off what Layla said, in the sense of men saying, when they try to act like they're the prize or if they have some sort of value. But she was absolutely right on saying that women are already born with value, because if women were not already born with value, then how are men able to, quote unquote, take our value away by sleeping with us, making us have children? That means we already had the value to begin with, because if we didn't have value to begin with, what are you degrading? And also, if men didn't talk so damn much, then they wouldn't really bite their own selves in the ass with the words that they say. How in the world can men say they're the prize when you, even though you don't have the power, but they say they have the power to devalue somebody? What is so great about you if you are leaving me worse off than when after you left me worse off than when you met me? After I slept with you, you degraded me. After I gave you children, you degraded me. After dealing with you, you degraded me. So how do you have value? Because that's, even though we know boy math doesn't make sense, math makes sense. So how can you be a positive if coming into my life and you cause the negative? And then I know Layla mentioned about capitalism. Even if we didn't live in a capitalistic society, men need to bring something to the table anyway, because us fucking with you is a liability. You, like I said before, dealing with you costs me. Dealing with you makes me lose more value, quote unquote, because I slept with you. Having your kids me possibly getting pregnant with you is a liability. So dealing with y'all anyway is a liability. So I'm not gaining any value from fucking with you. So yes, you need to contribute something. Even if this wasn't a capitalistic world, I am losing out by fucking with you. So you need to make it worth my while I'm dealing with you.
And just for the quote, all men are not the same. All men are the same because they have the nature. Study the nature of the man. I'm getting sick and tired of that too. Of the comments of, well, all men ain't the same. Yes, they are. Study their nature.
Well, all men
want sex,
so all men want
exactly.
Sex, so I don't really buy that whole love shit. You don't love the woman for real. Your love is conditional. Your love is based off this, and that. It doesn't matter.
Because every man will tell you.
It doesn't matter.
Every man. Go ahead, Ashley.
It doesn't matter what that woman brings to the table. Literally, that woman could be a great woman. She could bring all these attributes to the table. She could be all these great things. Be your peace and everything. Let her take sex off the table. You be quick to cheat or quick to leave. All it boils down to y'all is sex. Y'all do all that other bullshit they be talking about is just noise. They do not care about a quality woman at the end of the day because they're gonna sleep with her regardless. So it's all boiled down to sex, no matter what type of man it is.
And every man has said it out of his goddamn mouth. Y'all told on yourselves, and y'all think that all of us forgot. My ass did not forget. Y'all all said out of y'all mouth, when a woman has sex with y'all, her value automatically goes down. The more she has sex with men, the more of her value goes down. Meaning, you devalue her as soon as you insert your phallus in her fucking vagina.
So how are they the prize again?
You are not the prize. In order to be the prize, you would have to be devalued. Meaning a woman will have to come to you and devalue you. But we don't. We don't devalue you. Sir, you have no value. You're not born with value. Okay? You have to build it.
You know what's crazy?
That's why you build all these buildings. That's why you get all these cars. That's why you work these jobs. That's why you do the football and the basketball, because you want to feel important. You want the women to say, yes, you are important because you are doing something with yourself. Yes, you're doing the basketball. You're making the money. You bought the houses. We already done that. We're already a full being. Our planet, we basically survive on the planet. The planet is our fucking home. All the shit that you are doing now in the patriarchy system, that was just to prove to us if you were of value to Mother Nature. But you're not of value to Mother Nature. You're actually devaluing Mother Nature. Look what the fuck you did to the fucking nature. We don't have enough food, too many people on the fucking earth, because you keep inserting your phallus in women. And then when women now, we are saying, oh, we're going to close our legs. We not fucking with y'all like that no more. You are right, man. We opened our legs, and that was our decision. We should have never opened our legs to you. You are so right. So this is the solution that we came up with. We're going to close our fucking legs. We're not going to have none of your babies. We're not going to give you no attention at all. We just going to let you work on you. Now it's all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, you a lesbian. Oh, you don't like men. Well, I thought that it was our fault that we opened our legs. And, that was the problem because we opened our legs. Now we say we close our legs. Now we don't like men. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
No, really, Layla, men are actually the real haters of men. Men are the ones who came up with this idea that once a man sleeps with you, you have less value. They're the ones saying this thing about themselves.
Oh, I know.
Look, men know that they're dirty. Men know that they don't have value. Men know that there's something wrong with them. Men are the ones that are coming up with these concepts. If men thought that men were so great, then why would you say these things? Why would you say after after a man touches you, you lose value, shawty, you ran through, you're no good? Men really hate men for real, because why do y'all think of other men like that? Y'all clearly think y'all are different.
And he's saying the mathing ain't mathing. Sir, what don't understand? Y'all said it out of your goddamn mouth. Every time a woman sleeps with a man, she is devaluing herself. You guys have talked about this. Y'all talked about it on the internet. Y'all talked about it on the shows. Y'all talked about it in the man caves and put it on fucking YouTube. Y'all talked about it in politics. Y'all talked about it everywhere. So what you mean the math is not mathing? I'm not understanding you. You fucking degenerate man. I'm serious. And you're talking about, oh, you're delusional. No, you are delusional. See, women, this is the shit that I'm talking about.
They just yap.
I know, this is the shit that I'm talking about.
We know men don't have the power to devalue women. We're just talking about y'all's yap. So
exactly.
You can say a woman doesn't have value all day. We don't give a fuck. We're just responding to your yap. So yes, we know you don't have the power.
Wait. Did y'all see what this dumbass nigga said? He said, baby, you need to change your name because you are not intelligent at all. And you put Pookie at the end of that. That's how we know we can't take you serious. You put your value would decrease in the sexual market.
Oh, God.
But as a human, you are not devalued. I'm done.
Yeah.
That shit is just fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. I can't make this shit up. I want all the women to see this.
Whose son is this? Because I swear to God, when I see your mama, I'm going to smack the shit out of her ass. If I see your mama, whose son is this? Because if I see your mama, I'm going to spit in her fucking face for making you. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Nigga said,
how you going to counteract your own counter? How the fuck you do that? That's insane.
Yeah.
And J Matic, if your dumb ass agree to this dumbass nigga, you a Pookie too.
He's light skinned. I don't care what he's thinking.
I'm done talking to men. I'm not talking to men because they're not able to comprehend anything that women say. They're not able to go into as far as the reason. That brain area is fucking cut off. So I'm not talking to them anymore. Fuck them. I'm talking to the women. That's what I'm talking to. This is what you fucking sleep with. This is what you procreate with. This is the bullshit that I be talking about. Close them fucking legs before you make a retard or become a victim with a retard.
Are you projecting?
Anything that you say is logical. These motherfuckers don't understand. When you spit out the same shit that they have been spitting out and you put the mirror right in their face, they say, oh no, that's not what happened. And then you show the proof, oh wait, no, it's this now. And they keep changing. And it's just like, goddamn, you just don't know when to stop. Stop with the bullshit. You are born with fucking value. You want to get your motherfucking hair and nails done? Get the shit done because you want to get it done. Don't get it done because, I want my man to like it. No, motherfucker, get that shit done because you want to get it done. I got some pretty ass hands. And I want to add to my motherfucking prettiness because I'm already all that, baby. Hey, fuck you. Bye.
Layla, don't you think it's contradicting and biased as fuck that these dumbass niggas talking about, oh, well, because you fuck all these niggas, you devalued yourself, right? But aren't these the same niggas that's hooping and hollering and praising about having multiple bodies of bitches that they fucking?
nasty, but I still fuck her. Oh, well, I heard she had an STD, but I still fucked her. Nigga, what? You knew she had an STD. You still fucked her? Even with Sexy Red. Oh,
So,
yeah,
so
I knew. No, fuck that. Her value had to be high because the nigga still fucked.
Yeah, I want to make a PSA real quick. I understand that the men want to come up on the stage, and y'all can come up on the stage and have a decent conversation. But what you will not do, what you will not be allowed to do while pussy is driving this fucking boat, is come into this motherfucker and start disrespecting anybody or cutting anyone off when they're fucking speaking. If you come up on this stage, you act like you got some manners. If you don't know what the fuck manners are, sit your ass in the goo and talk your shit and move them fucking thumbs in that chat. I ain't playing with none of y'all. I don't give a fuck. So try it if you want to.
That's all I'm saying. Ladies, you the value. Fuck these niggas. You the fucking value.
Yeah, I'd like to respond to that.
Here, take care of your business. Go take care of your business. Do what you do. Create a community with the fucking women. Women take care of women. And that's it. And let them watch like they've been watching. Just like every time a group of women go to the fucking club, the man want to always put the motherfucking video on it. Oh, look, they just so happy. Oh, I bet you they some lesbians. Oh, just look at them. Just fucking envy. Just fucking hate. Instead of saying, oh, they getting along. They practicing team. They not fighting each other. They just so happy. I'm just so happy for them. You don't hear no man talking like that. Every time women come together, it's always got to be on some sexual shit. Instead of just women creating a community together to prosper. And even if we are fucking on each other, nigga, why do you care? You like that shit anyways. Y'all already admitted it. Well, as long as I'm in the room and I'm seeing both of y'all fuck, it ain't no problem with me. That shit is cool. I like that. It's a part of y'all motherfucking desire. Y'all told on yourselves. Do you not hear yourself? Like, do I need to rewind the tape on y'all hoes? Because that's what y'all hoes, you the first hoe. You the first hoe. I ain't fucking on no hoe. I'm serious. Y'all just sticking it anywhere. Stick it in the dirt. Stick it in a tree. Stick it in a man. Stick it in a dog. Stick it in her. Stick it in them. Stick the shit in anywhere. And then want to talk bad about it. Oh, she was dirty. Oh, she had AIDS. Oh, she didn't have no hair. Oh, that bitch got 10 kids. But I still fucked her.
Hey, I knew these niggas was dirty when they started practicing anal sex. That's how I knew these niggas was faggots.
Y'all sitting up here having
y'all over here got these bitches over here participating in anal sex, knowing that we all shit out of that hole, and y'all over there sticking y'all raw ass dick in some booty hole, and then try to stick it in another woman's vagina or mouth. Oh, bitch, you got me fucked up today. Yeah.
Then y'all got even stranger. Y'all want women. Y'all want women, but y'all now call beers.
Hey, and that's
y'all
why
want women to fuck y'all.
Layla, and that's why they be praising the white woman, because the white woman gonna do whatever. She gonna suck them balls. She gonna lick that ass. She gonna get her 2 dicks in her ass. All that shit. That's why they praise that white woman, because the bitch gonna get down and dirty. That's why they like that bitch. That's why they like the Mexican hoes.
Hold on, Brittany.
Excuse me. No, ain't no motherfucking hold on. Okay. We're going to have some decorum up in here. Everybody going to have a turn. I think Doge, whoever this nigga name is, he wanted to speak first, and this is going to be you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the belief that God is a black woman, that the Pope gets on his knees and worships to the Black Mother Teresa, that's cool that God is a black woman. I mean, that's the ultimate discovery in philosophy. But it takes two to tango. So a man is the father or the king, and the woman is the queen and the mother. The point is, without a man, you can't make a baby, and you're stuck on an island of Lesbos, and it's not that much fun just hanging out with women. It's much more fun to have a soiree. So it takes a man and a woman to create the divine, which is a baby. The whole universe is creating a baby. You are an extension of the whole universe coming out of the earth to make a baby. So The point is, love man, love yourself, live in love, live in joy, live in happiness, and hopefully things will work out. That's just my opinion.
Every time a woman goes through a period cycle, we are getting pregnant. The only reason why we have periods, which we call the bleeding, is because we had a failed pregnancy. So next, yes, we are getting pregnant. That's why we get horny. When we be like, oh shit, I'm fucking horny, I'm ovulating, I'm horny, we are having sex with ourselves, not even knowing it. Yes, this is what we're doing it. Horny has to do with hormones. Look it up. Hormones, okay? We sitting up here, we are getting hot. What are you doing? Heat cells, they move when you're under the sun. What happens? Cells, people move, they go in different directions. That is happening within our bodies. The only reason why we have a menstrual, we bleed, is because those are failed pregnancies. Why women also get cis. They have teeth. They have hair. We do that by ourselves without a fucking man. Go look it up, what a cis is within a woman. And then go look up, well, what does that cis look like? Oh, it has hair. Oh, okay. It has teeth. Oh, wow, she did that without a man? Yes, that was supposed to be an organism. She did it on a low frequency. We can have children without you guys. That was what Mary was about when they told you in the fucking Bible. They just told you in your goddamn face. You fucking stupid.
I think men are over-exaggerating their part in all this with bringing life into the world. All you're doing is ejaculating. You're literally not doing anything. Y'all can ejaculate on the floor. Y'all can literally ejaculate in a sock, on the floor, in your hand, in an asshole, whatever. Y'all are not doing it.
Girl, these motherfuckers wake up hard. They wake up hard.
Yeah, but you have to remember the chain of succession.
Hold on. We are the
I
ones
told y'all gonna keep getting dropped. I don't give a fuck.
Life into the world. Y'all are not doing anything except ejaculating. So no, your little brains are the ones that are valuable, not you. Because once you ejaculate, your being is
sound crazy.
How does your being,
these sound like some women
as
without
a man,
husbands.
contribute
These
to
are some
being that
crazy
child?
women.
Okay,
This room is called Are Men Okay? No, seriously.
Grow that child.
I bet it's like one of those feminist echo chambers full of only single eggs trying to pass women.
Yeah, there's a lot of butter faces in here. It's basically,
I love it, bro.
it's a pan full of butter cooking on an onion, cooking on an oven.
I get so much hate being a black dude who married out. Like, all the sisters in my community, they hate that shit so much. And I'm like, men aren't gonna argue with you. And especially, like, I'm 29. I got married when I was 25, dude. I was like, men aren't gonna argue with you. They're just gonna go elsewhere and marry Maria, Marisol, Mylene. They're not gonna argue with us like that. We're paying the bills. They're not arguing about shit like, you know, what the roles are in a house and shit, acting like they don't need a man and shit like that. That's like, no. Ew.
Well, this is content, so, I don't take it seriously.
In this room, you're gonna let each one of person talk and get the opportunity to say what they need to say. Once they're done and they land, then you can get your little rebuttals, your intake of why you don't agree. But what we're not gonna do is this outrage, okay? This is the reason why you niggas aren't tuned into your root chakra, because you got a lot of outrage, okay?
They do all that talking about chakras.
Is there anything that a male wants to say before we get to going back to cooking again? Cooking you niggas the fuck up? Because unless you niggas got some facts, some evidence, all that he say, she say shit is really out the window.
For a man who can pay all
it's really, I mean, the reason why I'm not gonna listen to you niggas, because you niggas don't even know on how to regulate your body, let alone your mental capacity, okay? You niggas don't even know how to function your own body.
Yo, Danny!
How the hell you gonna try to tell a woman
Danny, what up,
how to be a woman when y'all don't know shit about the woman's uterus at all and how it functions. That's what be.
Danny, we got Danny to tell us about the
You
uterus.
know about
Uterus?
you don't
Uterus.
know about the pussy.
Danny got an uterus.
In the fucking chat talking about they give life and
Did
we're
you hear
just
about the
incubators.
Weezers?
We
We don't worry about Nika, baby.
Yeah, let me.
We don't worry
Yeah, I
about
saw.
Nika,